I wrote a poem. Do you mind if I read it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. It's called One Man. Me is only one man. I can't do this. Okay. Me is only one man. How do I stop all this hate? How can I replace it with love instead of sealing my fate? Me is only one man. How do I love? Smile at those lost, smiling from above. Me is only one man. How do I give? Make yourself love one another, for you only have one life to live. Why would you cut yourself short just because of another person's actions? Instead, give help, love. There would be no need for weapons. Me is only one man. How do I survive? Yeah, we've had some tough times, but we're still alive. Just remember, life is only as good as you make it. Us as Americans, we will make it. Just choked up a little bit, sorry.
Wow.
No, we're not done yet. There's more. Let's get rid of all this anger, replace it with unity. Even just one hug or handshake can make a difference in your community. Me is only one man. They call me an American. No matter if I'm Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Catholic, any persuasion. That doesn't really rhyme. I think through this pain, I've learned a powerful lesson. That it's awesome to be an American citizen.
Oh, man. That was, I think, beautiful. Or
You think?
All right, Tory, say something.
Remember when we were supposed to have a podcast? Podcast. Hello, welcome to the LEM'n'TEA podcast. I'm T, this is Lem, and
folks.
We are here to, I don't know, talk about whatever, I guess.
Yeah. We had some
That
stuff
was not the
happen
best
this week.
intro ever.
I don't know why you're watching this.
No. I'm happy for anybody who's listening or watching this. Thank you very much. And
Yeah, it does mean a whole lot.
and hello, Wonho.
To Mr. Wonho, who's got the beanie on again.
Yes,
We
because
took
it's
it off
winter.
briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It is winter.
We'll also have him wear it in the summer, though. So
Between this stream and last stream, we did something. What did we do? Or not stream, recording.
We did do a stream, though.
We did do a stream. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Okay.
What did we
so
do?
you revealed the thing. All right, I gotcha. We did a K-pop tier stream.
That was cool.
It was, and I understood you were very nervous about it. Now that you're more
Well, ranking is
in the
always really
know.
tough because you're like, you say someone's favorite is like unknowable or just like I don't really
well. It
gel
helped.
with it.
It helped that you didn't have any offending like tiers.
Oh yeah, like this is shitty.
Yeah, because
just
you
like-
had said, like, if it's shitty, I don't listen to it. So there is no dislike tier, technically. So
One of the dislike tiers was stupid name though.
you know what? They really were all stupid names, those ones. As soon as I started pulling out, like, Wikipedia and
Do you
saying...
remember one of them?
Yeah, B1A4, which was the blood types of all the members.
Sounds like a Star Wars robot.
Oh, yeah, like C-3PO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Or, like, the acronym... Yeah, the acronym ones.
How about Weki Meki?
Yeah. There's
You can't deny it.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I totally think it deserved to be in the stupid name list. So if your idol ended up in the stupid name tier, or maybe I'm not sorry. Maybe they should have picked a better name. So
I also put someone in there that you did not agree with. I can't remember what they are, but they sound like a Home Depot product. It's like TVQX or some shit.
TVXQ. Oh, you almost had it. That was good. Yeah, because they're pretty legendary, but that's fine.
I think you showed me some of their music afterwards, and
Yeah.
I agreed, like, no, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who they were, and their name to me doesn't sound great.
It depends. I feel like for YouTube music, that the boomers use, that for when you're like listening to K-pop stuff, it always has the same select like mix of 50 depending on what song you listen to or like what artist you listen to.
Sure.
There's some artists that like always come up with other ones and never for anybody else I'm listening to. Like if I'm listening to Big Bang, 21's recommended, but if I'm listening to like Girls' Generation, 21's not on there. It's very weird.
Really?
Fix it, YouTube.
I don't think I've really analyzed it that much, but you're right.
Now you will.
I've noticed that if I play one artist another artist will come up that's pretty similar in sound.
Yeah.
Or, like you mentioned, maybe sometimes even in the same company. But yeah, you are right about that, actually.
So
now that I think about it,
the more you know.
Cool. Yeah, that's not cool, actually. Fix it.
Fix it.
Knock it off.
So you did the stream, and you want to try to make it an annual thing, you said? Test your knowledge every year?
Why not?
Yeah.
I gotta find the old one, so that way we can compare.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm curious about that. But definitely I know that there's more that you know than before.
Yeah.
That don't know section was pretty large, but that's okay.
You don't know what you don't know.
You know?
You don't know, now you know.
You know. Big smalls.
No, I knew you were going there. So I don't know them, but doesn't mean I don't like them. Like, it doesn't mean that I can't
there's
like a
so
song.
much stuff out there.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Only so many things come up. I only have so much time to listen to so much music. So I try to spend it on things that I really like.
Yeah.
So, but then, so I go back and forth. I'll have moods where I only want to hear shit I know.
Yeah.
And I only want to hear maybe these groups.
Yes. Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. And then I'll be like, I'm up for a ride tonight. Like, I just put it on, and then whatever comes on will come on. If it sucks, I'll skip it. If it doesn't, whatever. Like, I'll make up these, like, arbitrary rules for how I feel. Yeah. Like, I'm skipping tonight. No skips.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Zero skips.
No,
I totally understand. I do that too.
Cool.
Yeah.
But one day, maybe next year, we'll come back. We'll do it again. We'll see what the progress is, if any. New year, new tier stream. Ooh. It rhymed too. It's better than make it and make it. Much better.
He was just a child. He was only a boy.
He was just a boy.
He was just a boy.
He was just a boy. Yeah.
Just a LaBouffe.
What a weird fucking time, man. We were just talking about that. Like, it's just a weird fucking time.
Yeah. And it sucks too because, like, there's, like I said, they're so earnest, and
they mean it.
I think even the most pessimistic of people, not saying everybody, but most people did have similar sentiments during 9/11.
Patriotism was at its max.
Yeah, but it's sort of, because looking back on it now and all the other strife we've gone through, including daily loss of life from COVID numbers that equal what we lost for 9/11. And it's now that patriotism seems very, like, I don't know, cringy, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, for sure. There was a time during the pandemic, which is still going on, where...
did you know?
Yeah, did you know? Where I think we were losing, like, the equivalent of, like, one 9/11 tragedy per day.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then sometimes higher, I think.
I didn't feel any sort of patriotism and unity through this pandemic, I'm just going to say.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
It still is.
So again, that's why, as earnest as all the Disney Channel stars and Whoopi Goldberg came off.
It doesn't hit.
It's just like, it didn't age very well.
Not at all. But geez, man. Oh man. Oh geez.
Oh man. Oh geez. We'll get to that one.
Yeah. What a crazy fucking week this has been. Like, the shit that has happened with.
It's not. I feel like it's just like, I don't know. Nothing major happened. It was just a bunch of smaller, like, odd things.
True.
To me.
But I mean, like, this. Like, one of the things we'll talk about is just really, like, it's pretty damning.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, it's like there's not really much of a story there, even though they say that there might be another side to it.
What are we talking about? Stick around and find out.
Oh, woo! All right. So what have you been doing with your week? Like, what's going on? I'm now
in my early 30s. I am 31. For some reason, I don't consider 30 early 30s because that's like the very beginning. I don't know. My brain's weird.
You're in your early 30s.
Now I'm in my early 30s. I'm 31. So.
All right.
I'm part of the club. Thank you. Welcome to the club. So yeah, I'm a January baby, and my birthday was on a Monday. What do you do on a January Monday? But I went out to lunch with your wife, who had mercifully some time off. So that was very nice. And then I just kind of had an impromptu drive to Newport, Rhode Island, and went to the beach in January. during sunset, which is very nice but very cold. So, and then I went home. But between that, you're so proud. You deserve to be so proud. You gifted myself and also Josh by extension with the newest member of our family, a more life-size cardboard cutout of my ultimate K-pop bias, Sunny. I have a picture I can put here.
I don't want to say this, and this is not why I did this, okay?
Okay.
I did it because I thought you would like it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But I think it kind of negates Angelica.
Right.
I think it kind of like knocks that out.
Yes. I mean, okay, and you always stop me when I try to explain this because I really do mean it as like the most thoughtful, like horrible gift ever, which I mean it in just, I don't know, if you had a childhood manifestation, man, I don't know, but you're right. Yes, Sunny is not only the tallest she's ever been at I'm guessing like a 5'6", but it is I wasn't looking for anything to cancel out Angelica either.
I wasn't, but I gotta say, if in my head,
if you felt like you had to do it,
if I felt like I had to cancel it out, I think that would be a good way to do it.
If you had the chance to cancel yourself
would you? You have a great Scottish accent, and it's weird that you can only do it when
I'm trying to pretend to be Merida.
Yeah,
it has to be that line too. Maybe someday.
Yeah, sometimes it happens like that though. You have to like have like a starter line.
It's kind of like how I notice a lot of like promotions for anything Japanese artists do. They start with like height or whatever, like get you hyped up and stuff. It's sort of like that.
It'll warm up.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch all of Brave someday. I won't, but maybe I will. But I probably won't. It's the Disney movie of my people, but
it is. You have to know about it.
I guess so.
It's very important.
It is very important.
It's required.
Okay. God, I hope I don't get graded on this.
Right.
But yeah, so it was extremely thoughtful and awesome, and like I said at the time, I don't remember asking for it, but it is definitely something that I'm sure I would have asked for. So mission accomplished.
So you didn't.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I might have said it offhandedly, like I'll never have.
No, that's so. You did first of all.
Okay.
And then like, you said it.
I said it again.
And then you said it one more time at some point, and I said, "Okay, I understand."
I think they were all offhanded because never was I ever going to myself buy a Sunny cardboard cutout. I bought myself weirder things though, so I don't know why that was like my hard stop. But no, you made my dream come true. It's like one of those, when you have a dream and you wake up and you don't remember what the dream was. It was. Yes. That's how I'm describing this. And she's now a member of our family.
Where are you keeping her?
In my office. Well, in me and
that's great.
Josh's office, but he doesn't really go in there. It's also where I have a picture of I don't think he listens to the podcast. It's a bad husband. Oh my God. But so he won't ever hear this, but
for shame.
In the office, we also have, by request for me to my mother-in-law, my favorite childhood picture of Josh ever that he hates. And it is, he and his sister went to a small school in rural Maine. And, I guess for that, like, siblings could take pictures with each other for the school pictures, which I'd never heard of. Like,
that is strange.
I never did that with my brother.
I never did it with mine either.
And so Josh has a sister that's a year and a half younger, or I guess two grades down. But Josh was a tiny boy. He was a tiny child. Mm-hmm. And usually it's the older sibling sitting on the younger sibling's lap.
Oh, no. He was sitting on
his
little sister's lap?
Yes. She's grinning. He has, like, the most pissed off face ever. It is so funny. It makes me so happy every time I see it because there's, like, a lore to it. So I asked his mother for that for Christmas. And that's where Sunny lives. It's basically a room where if Josh doesn't want to be upset by anything, he shouldn't go in. So
he doesn't know you have it.
No. Oh, Sunny? Oh, no. No, he does.
He does. Okay.
I've hidden it, but he forgets about it because it's behind their door. So when the door's open, he doesn't see it. But
he's got.
If you actually
no
listen to this,
either.
No, he really doesn't. I hung a family portrait of his on the wall. Mm-hmm. Like, it took him 4 months to realize I did that.
He's like, oh, that's my family.
He's like, when did you put that up there? Yeah. So no, and I love you, honey. But
here you go.
But anyway, so.
Cool.
Anyway, that was my birthday. Oh, that was also when we went to see Mithrigan. So that was like the weekend celebration because it was my birthday day was on a Monday. So.
Birthday day.
So it was like a 3-day celebration. I went out to brunch with my parents the next day, and it was really great. We watched the Patriots lose really bad.
Oh my god.
And only in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was a treat.
Sorry, I don't think anyone is happy with the Patriots, and I don't know shit about football or the Patriots.
Hey guys, guess what? This is not a sports podcast. Did you know? Did you know? It's
never has been.
No. Go team, go.
Yeah, sports ball, right?
Yeah, hand egg.
The hand egg.
Hand egg.
But
the Patriots.
The only thing I know about the Patriots now is that I think Gronk is still on there.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he is.
I thought he left for a while.
Oh, maybe he left.
I don't
fucking know.
He was on there for a while.
He was. And then I thought he followed Tom Brady or some shit. And then, I don't know.
You could be right. I really don't know either. I know he was on the Patriots at one point.
I don't know shit about the Patriots. And I don't care either.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so that's why it's fun to watch like a thing when you don't really have an investment in it. It's because it's kind of fun to like people watch and see how invested other people are.
Yeah.
Except people are very invested in football.
Are your parents big fans?
No, they don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, sure.
No, yeah, no, I didn't mean to say it like that. It was just like by comparison of Josh's family, who are like huge into sports, huge. My family, like we bandwagon sometimes. I think the only like communal, familial thing we watched together was wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling's great. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, I used to watch that with my dad and my brother.
Yeah, late 90s to mid 2000s wrestling was
Hell yeah. It was the peak of wrestling for me. Anyways.
Absolutely.
I'm sure somebody will refute that.
I know. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's like, I couldn't watch wrestling. I was 2 years old. Sorry,
I was a baby.
Sorry, I missed that thing that happened.
I missed the 80s. Yeah. You know? Sorry, I didn't go back and watch every fucking wrestling episode from every decade before I was born.
God, imagine.
All right, so another thing happened that
during our week.
Yeah, but it was like after your birthday, obviously. Yes. It was very recent.
Mm-hmm.
It was even local. Okay.
Yeah, local in proximity to us. Yep.
Yeah. So, they put a statue up.
Yeah.
In Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And it was to honor MLK, Martin Luther King Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And it is awful. It's pretty bad.
It's very bad. So, all right. So, it's supposed to be Martin Luther King Jr. hugging his wife, Coretta Scott King. I believe it's after he got the Nobel Prize. I think that's what the occasion was. So, this artist who took on this design decided, I guess, as a way to both honor MLK and also to like have people be able to relate to it, transpose themselves into this embrace, because it's called the embrace. I just it's arms hugging from that picture of them. Just arms though. Except it doesn't look like just arms from one angle. And it certainly doesn't look like just arms from another angle. Some part of it looks like hands and something else from another angle. Either way, it doesn't look like pairs of arms embracing.
No. What does it look like?
Oh, I said mine. I just said they don't look like arms hugging, and they.
It looks like a dick. So I'm even gonna read this because.
And other stuff.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of cool stuff.
Cool, yeah.
So Martin Luther King III said the statue truly signifies. He came to Boston too.
Yes, he did. That's his son.
He was here.
Yeah.
He said this truly signifies the bonds of love shared by my parents, but depending on the angle from which it is viewed, the disembodied arms look to many like something else. Now, we move on to what Seneca Scott, a cousin of Scott King.
Yes.
All right, ready? Yep. Now Boston has a big bronze penis that's supposed to represent...
I just love how she comes out and says it.
A big bronze penis that's supposed to represent black love at its purest and most devotional.
Yeah.
And she also called the memorial performative altruism.
Okay, well that's up to.
Yeah.
And that's how the family interprets that, because it only really matters to them. But anyway, but no, she's right about the other thing.
It does. It looks like a dick. It really does.
Or it looks like a different kind of explicit act from another angle. That's where that they look like hands.
Yes.
Apparently, from a third angle, it also looks like something, but I don't know. I guess just from every way you look at it, it just doesn't.
It's awful. It's awful in every angle.
And the artist was trying to defend it. And he was like, I had other people working with me on this, and nobody saw what everybody else is seeing. But that's because, you're the original artist, and you're the one who has this like clear in your head. That's why, when you think about it, like there is no way that you could think that it looks like whatever anybody else thinks. That's why you get some maybe outside opinions before you dedicate, what is it, like 10 million or something in bronze to it?
22 feet tall, 19 tons.
How much money?
I didn't.
I'm going to say 10 million.
Yeah.
I think that's right, but I can't remember. Either way, I guess performative, I do kind of understand that too. It does, like, it's sort of like if, I don't know, Kurt Cobain's estate suddenly like started sponsoring the Grammys or something. You know what I mean? Like it just is like, doesn't seem like what Martin Luther King would want $10 million to go toward. I don't know.
No.
He
wouldn't have wanted a statue.
I'm sure he would have wanted maybe just like a bust and a plaque if he really wanted anything. But whatever.
It is very bizarre.
I just don't understand. I've said this to you before, but I don't understand why they couldn't have just put torsos also. It would have cleared up so much, and you don't have to spend much time on the details of like the faces if that was the concern. Why not torsos?
If they didn't want to do the whole face, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they could have done like a silhouette of the face, or anything,
or just literally anything else.
The sculptor's name is Hank Willis. He's come out and said a couple things like he's.
I'm sure.
Yeah. In defense of it. I'm gonna see if we can find his.
We couldn't have just gotten like a bean, like the bean in Chicago.
No.
I love the bean.
No.
I don't know why. It's just very like enamoring. Love the bean.
God, man, it
that is
sucks.
the longest article ever.
It's by the fucking Guardian
the Guardian. They know how to like pull stories and stretch them out like
they're real great.
Stretch Armstrong.
Hank Willis Thomas. Let's see, a couple's arms. Blah blah blah.
Because it's supposed to be couple's arms. It's just, It's not. I mean, it is, but it's also not. So
if you can look at it from all angles, and it's probably two people hugging each other, it's four hands. It's not the missing heads.
Yes, it is.
That's the atrocity that other people clamp onto that. It's a stump that looked like a penis. That's the joke, Scott told CNN. Yeah. Masturbatory metal homage is what Seneca Scott said.
What an alliteration.
Shit.
She's not holding back.
Oh, man.
I kind of love when like family members of the same estate disagree with each other.
Me too.
Because you can't all be a hive mind.
It's chaotic.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Yeah, so awesome.
So it's like his son's like, yeah, this is great. And then the cousin's like, this is shit. This is horse shit.
So congrats to Boston. We now have a phallic statue.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. So exciting.
I love it.
Me too.
Are you going to go see it?
Not unless, I mean, like if I'm already in Boston, I probably would.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, I guess.
Oh,
I don't even know where it is. What?
We have some people that are in Boston. Maybe they can go take some pictures.
Yeah. No. Okay.
You waste time.
Yeah.
Wow, that was wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Martin Luther King Jr.
Surely
Day.
that money couldn't have gone to anything else.
Not any sort of.
And I'm not even saying that they shouldn't have had something to commemorate Dr. King. Like,
did it need to be that big though? I think it like said it was like the biggest statue in Massachusetts or something. Now there was some sort of thing that said that.
If they were gonna spend that amount of money, I just wanted it to look better.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It should have just been better.
Yeah. Go do better.
The fact that there's so many people saying that this looks like this or that.
Mm-hmm. Be better.
Be better. Exactly.
Get some help.
Get some help.
Yeah, so.
So how you feeling?
Feeling good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not watching Velma anymore, so I feel great.
We watched 2 episodes, and I think there's probably I heard 8 or something.
It's we bandwagoned basically. We wanted to know what the hype was about, or like the negative hype. I don't really know what you call negative hype.
Yeah, it's hate watching.
Hate watching. We hate watched the first 2 episodes. Okay, I was explaining to Josh what I was like, have you heard about Velma? And he said yes. Surprisingly, my husband, who watches or listens to NPR in the morning on drive to work, he's 30, by the way. And he's like, yeah, I've heard of the Velma thing. And so I was explaining it. So I typed in Velma on YouTube, and the videos that come up have the best titles ever. So you get the trailer first, and then you get reviews with titles such as "Velma is worse than you could possibly imagine." Jinkies, Velma is obnoxiously bad. Is Velma that bad? Velma is worse than I expected.
Ouch.
I watched Velma, so you don't have to. Velma is a dumpster fire.
I don't know if a positive Velma review exists.
Velma is complete and utter trash. Velma is the worst show I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So anyway.
So we watched Velma.
And it's not.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Before we get into any of that, let's start at the beginning.
Sure.
Right?
Once Upon a Time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Velma, first of all, is a animated sitcom.
Yes. Well, it's animated. Yeah. Is it a sitcom? It has to be funny. It's an attempt at an animated. It's an animated attempt because it is animated.
Right.
Animated attempt at a sitcom.
And it's about Velma mostly, and it's adult, so it's allowed to curse.
Because it's on HBO Max.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like your average Scooby-Doo rendition where they have the whole cast and they have the dog. They don't have the fucking dog in this.
Oh yeah, it was too childish. We can't have Scooby-Doo.
But they apparently do have the dog.
As not a dog.
But not a dog.
I hear. Which is great. Anyway.
Weird, right?
Very weird.
Okay, so let's get to initially before you saw the show.
Yeah.
Were you interested at all?
No, I didn't care.
Okay.
Were you?
No, I actually don't really even like Scooby-Doo. The only iteration of Scooby-Doo that I like is the one that we had when we were kids. The ones that had like the Hex Girls and shit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
What's
the
new
movies.
Scooby-Doo? What's new Scooby-Doo?
Well, those were the movies.
Okay, well,
the Hex Girls one was
that iteration.
Zombie Island, Cyber Chase. Yeah. Oh my God, so good.
But other than that, like I didn't realize so many people were so hardcore into fucking Scooby-Doo.
I liked the Hanna-Barbera one, and I also liked What's New Scooby-Doo? If only for that rockin' theme song that I think is by Good Charlotte. I think
it is. No, I think it's Simple Plan.
Shoot, I want to fact check now.
Okay,
I don't remember. I just don't remember. But anyway,
it's fine. You can.
They remake Scooby-Doo like every 5 years?
Yeah, I think the last iteration of Scooby-Doo was Mystery Incorporated, which was
it is Simple
pretty
Plan,
good.
You're right? You won the hurdle. It was
Thank
Simple
you.
Plan.
Thank you.
That stupid hurdle. But yeah, so one of the reviews, like written reviews that I saw that I resonate with the most after having watched Velma myself is Velma cannot conjure up a reason to exist.
It can't. Nobody cares about it.
This could have been done without it being around Scooby-Doo characters.
Yeah. There's nothing inherently unique about it.
No.
And it doesn't really like it's hitting at the Scooby-Doo lore. But
the lore.
Like you don't have the dog and like a lot of the characters are like so massively different.
Yeah.
That it doesn't really even relate to the original.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like Ren and Stimpy when that was on Nickelodeon, and they were always told that they can't put certain things in there because it's for younger children. And then like Spike TV picked it up for the adult party cartoon version, so then they got to do like much more of the adult humor.
I was really excited for that.
But instead of like the part of what we wanted from adult humor in kids cartoons is that like it didn't have to be so like wildly offensive. Like it could have been more subtle. This was not.
Is that more subtle?
The adult party cartoon, no, it's like
no, I've seen it.
So like innuendos just for the sake of it. It's like
everything is turned.
Everything is bad.
Yeah, and everything is turned sexual too.
Yeah,
like single thing.
Because they can and not for any other real reason.
Yeah,
because the other one was good because you didn't need that. Like there was maybe enough little bit of implication for us to be like, haha, I get it.
Sure, but it was just like a bizarre cartoon that did weird shit
and didn't have to exist. So again, same thing with Velma. They're doing more adult stuff seemingly just for the sake of because they can.
Yeah.
So that's a problem.
Is it? Yeah.
Hey, you know what else is a problem? Have you ever wanted a show that reminds you that you're watching a show and it's based on it's not like Other Girls. If this was this was that kind of teen show, we'd do this and whatever. Yeah. You love that sort of fourth wall break.
I just love fourth wall breaking so much. Okay, so let's get into it, all right?
Well, we are getting to it. Oh, so it stinks. It's not good. I don't think it's the worst.
No.
People are vastly exaggerating.
You're not wrong. But
it's not good. And you shouldn't have to watch it. And you shouldn't ever watch it.
I don't know if they are vastly exaggerating. Because it by all intents and purposes, it should be good. or it should have at least a level of like
more self-awareness.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that same network, HBO Max, produces Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And it's a more adult version of that. Mm-hmm. And it actually is really good.
I mean, that's not HBO Max. That's whoever. That's DC. Haha, win for DC for once.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, like the outreach is there. Like they're still part of WB, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, I think so.
So like they're a part of that whole organization. They could get somebody to,
if only,
write a good adult themed Scooby Doo. Like this is really pandering.
Yeah, but it's also like I don't know who it's pandering to.
It doesn't know either.
Because it offends everybody. Yeah. Like, I'm not, like, mortally offended or anything, but it's also, like, jokes at everybody's expense. And they're all, like, a lot of them are just mean or unfunny, which makes them sound mean.
They're like, all the fucking deliveries in the show are, like, really bad. All of the jokes and, like, the comedic timing is, like, either really shitty or just off or, like, once or twice, I'll hear a line, and it's funny. Yeah,
there are a couple instances I thought were funny too.
Like when the dad in the second episode, the dad references like they have a trial and he's a lawyer, and he's like, "Oh man, they won't even let me represent I don't know, like school coaches anymore or
gymnastics coaches."
Coaches, which I thought was funny.
Yeah. Like, I liked the stupid jokes that like were intentionally stupid, like when she said drugs are like crack to these people.
Yeah,
I was like, that's funny. It's like stupid.
It is.
But there's so many other jokes that like try so hard, and like
yeah, they tried to push a lot of like.
It's like Family Guy cutaways because there's a lot of like such and such and such, and you're like in my mind I'm trying to supply like this cutaway to the scenario that they've mentioned. God, it's just, it's not the worst. It is very bad. So many times with this whole, like, we're not like other TV shows, and if this was this type of show, or, you know, the popular girl is always like this, or whatever. Like, it's constantly, it's like every 2 minutes, it references that it's like, you know, it'd be silly for you to watch a cartoon for adults, or,
you won't find this on a different show.
Yeah, like, it's odd. There's no Shaggy. His name is Norville,
which is Shaggy's actual name.
It is, but like I just like that they why did they change it? I don't understand. And his whole thing is that he is staunchly anti-drug, which I thought was kind of annoying at first, just because it's like if you have the one time for Shaggy to be a stoner, like this is it. But at the same time, it's like, all right, that's, you know, that's
like, funny enough.
Yeah, that's funny inherently. Mindy Kaling is awful in it. She's Velma.
Oh man, I don't know if it's her or like her script.
Her.
But her delivery is just not great either.
I didn't watch a lot of The Office. I would say maybe I've watched like a cumulative, like 7 episodes ever.
Okay, I would say I probably have seen about the same.
Like just in passing of stuff. So, but Mindy Kaling on that, like, it reminded me of her delivery because the whole thing is like they give confessionals. And they're delivered a very,
very
like,
dry, right?
Or she's like very enthusiastic if it's self-centered. Okay. She's kind of a self-centered character. So it read like that, except like it didn't translate over because this isn't The Office. This is supposed to be
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but the character of Velma also, every single freaking character is so unlikable except for Norville. To the point where you feel horrible that he's like stuck in this cartoon with everybody because everybody else sucks, but everybody's horrible.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, that's
actually because we watched the second episode too, and
we did.
I don't know if you wrote down anything.
I did, and you said you were taking some diligent notes about this.
Well, that was my first note, is that everybody was very unlikable, and they were all very aggressive and bitchy, and sometimes for no reason.
And no one really is like. I mean, I guess I don't need a redeemable character. I guess it would be nice to have a little bit of humanity in this show, especially when the premise is like I'm looking for my missing mom, who's not actually missing, which also defeats the whole purpose of the show. Because like the whole thing is like Velma really enjoyed solving mysteries with her mom, but then one day her mom left and was missing. So Velma thought it was her fault for wanting to solve mysteries and so much. And now it's manifested into this like inner demon that quite literally kills her from the inside if she's like getting too like hot and heavy with solving a mystery or something, like very weird.
I think that's stupid.
But it's also stupider because like she's like warping the truth in her mind, because the truth is that like she was an annoying brat and her mom purposely left her and her dad because she couldn't stand to be around them. But Velma's like subverting the truth into this weird premise that now...
Well, she wants to believe that the mom actually does love them.
Well, yeah, but it's pointless because she's not missing, which is the whole pointlessness of her having these like and she knows that this is not what happened because she remembered it, and then like
her dad told her too.
Yeah,
like he revealed
and then
it.
she like blocked it out, so it makes the whole premise of her being like a mystery solver very phony and odd. Yeah,
none of the plots like work at all.
No,
they just don't fucking work. Like I think I wrote. Hang on. The pacing is awful. Things just happen, and then a resolution is reached.
Yeah.
There's, like, no working towards it, or if there's working towards it, it's very minimal.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I think part of the problem, too, is that unlike, I think, nearly every single iteration of Scooby-Doo shows, this series it's one continuous plot throughout the entire season.
Well, they did that, too, with, I think, Mystery Incorporated.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that one is good, so I'm going to ignore that as an anomaly of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But just because, like...
Yeah, they're usually non-episodic, right?
Yeah. Because it's like a whodunit through the entire season.
Uh-huh.
And it starts out very contrived, too, because Velma's suspected of murdering this girl in her school simply because, like, the body's in her locker with no other... It's just like, automatically, you're arrested.
They take her in, and they don't, like, conduct a thorough
they give her like a couple
like,
days to prove her innocence.
Yeah, like that's not how that works. Like,
no, it's not. So yeah, I think it's just because I always enjoyed watching Scooby-Doo for like the monster of the episode, and then that's it. And if I wanted something longer, I'd watch a Scooby-Doo movie. Mm-hmm. So I'd get my way either way. But if it's for TV, I'd
get my way either way.
I feel like it doesn't work if it's like one long continuous plot throughout the season. Because I don't care. Also, that's a problem. I don't care who murdered these teen girls. I don't care.
You can't care because like...
I can't care because they all suck, and I'm not sad that they're dead.
No, and they're all... Like, all the kids are shitty. Like, every kid is shitty. Mm-hmm. I wrote basically the same shit. Ham-fisted dialogue, ham-fisted plot, point about hallucinations on behalf of Velma's trauma.
Yes, which I actually, like, animation-wise, I love those. Those are probably my favorite parts of the show.
Yeah, they are the most flashy.
And they get, like, very creative with the ways that this inner demon tries to kill Velma. And honestly, I'm just sort of like, don't stop the demon. Just let it happen.
Let it kill you. Let it take you, Velma.
You'll be at peace.
But, like, you're right. It is very flashy. Those are, like, the best parts. And I think it would have been cool if they go with it being, like, a sequential story, right?
Yeah.
Like, very linear. Then use those animations to like make a monster or like something interesting. Mm-hmm. But I guess they're going the very like super like real world grounded, not really paranormal, nothing, no bullshit. Like,
yeah, I love that real world moment where Fred takes a paper cutter and chops that kid's leg off.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I do get what you mean though, in that sense, as far as like the season long plot.
They're not going with anything that's, from what it seems like, supernatural or
no, but I don't know what they're going for. I don't understand.
They don't either. Or at least it feels like that.
Wanda Sykes, why are you in this stupid show? Knock it off.
And Jane Lynch.
Yeah, you knock it off too as lesbian moms. Okay, well, like, fine, you know, lesbian characters, you cast actual lesbians. Kudos, that's great.
It is cool.
But it's in this show, so it's unfortunate.
Mm.
They're also cops and the adoptive moms of Daphne, who is apparently Asian, which
she is Asian.
Like, not to stereotype, but like, I just don't understand why she's Asian, because she doesn't look Asian, and it's just an odd thing to, like, if you want to diversify the cast, diversify Fred. Fred's known for his ascot and not his blonde hair. So if he's Asian, I don't think as long as he has the ascot, anybody would care. Personally, I don't know. Like, if you really felt like you have to keep Daphne's red hair, which she apparently acknowledges she was just born with it as this ginger Asian, I guess. I don't know. It's like very weird.
She did say that in the second episode. You're right.
Oh, she was like, yeah, why was I born with hair the color of buffalo wings?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, we're just gonna go with that, I guess. So
that was kind of a funny line. Just because
it's so stupid. Like, it was a comparison.
You can picture it.
Yeah.
Like the color of buffalo wings, obviously. And it's really
Good job, Daphne. You painted a picture for us.
Okay. I'm going to read something real quick.
All right, let's go.
All revelations are shouted in a very Rick and Morty attempt to be meta.
Ooh. Yeah.
So.
It does attempt. It's so hard to be meta. It's so obnoxious.
It's just like a lot of characters will be reacting to a situation and they'll be like, oh my goodness, this means that this person is this, or like something that they just like shout their exposition and shit.
Yes. Like, I don't know. It was one line in the second episode where they were like, Daphne's moms are cops and da-da-da-da. It's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We just watched the first episode. I don't know. It's just like, I am Velma and my mom ran away and this is my dad and this is his pregnant girlfriend from a coffee shop or whatever.
Yeah, she owns like a cafe or some shit, right?
Yeah.
That everybody apparently hangs out at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that plot point, which was like, you ever wonder why? It's like, oh, it's not explained. Very cool. So,
yeah.
But whatever. Anyway, what else you got there?
Velma tries to be Rick Sanchez in her like what she says.
Yeah.
She has like these. Yeah. Well, no, she doesn't do that.
Ah, damn it.
Not yet, anyways.
Not yet.
But she like has these retorts and like she'll say like a quip or whatever, tries to be witty, and it's very obvious where she's going for, and it's usually very like crass, or it's very like undermining. It's
just cringy.
Yeah, because she's supposed to be like very smart and blah blah blah. So I wrote, it feels like every joke was written by an AI.
Oh my god, I love the AI.
Me too.
Written scripts. Those ones are good.
Those are hilarious. Those are actually hilarious.
So I think that might honestly be a little insulting for you to compare the script
I think
rating
I just insulted AI.
We're sorry, AI.
Sorry, AI.
Please stop making art, but we love what you're doing with your scripts.
Write more scripts.
Write more scripts. Oh god. It's just not like you feel so. I felt so depressed watching Velma. It just sucks the soul out of you and like burns it in front of you. It's so like.
I like Norville though.
But he's in the wrong show. Like, I want him to just push him into another show or something.
He's actually interesting. And he's like a streamer. So, like, obviously, like, that caught my attention. But, like, he seems likable.
Yes. A very rare quality in this show.
Very rare.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I haven't seen any yet. It seems pretty universal that people hate Velma just for its content and how it is and stuff.
Yes.
But I'm hoping people aren't, like, taking it as a slight because I don't know if it's because Daphne and Velma are in love or something, or they're the race switches, or for now the LGBTQ element.
Everything I've seen about Velma
has been about the content.
Has in the beginning when they first announced this, and there was like a trailer like way back.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of people saying stuff about like, oh, why do they have to make her this color? Why do they have to make Shaggy this color?
Yeah,
whatever. But now it's like everybody just hates it because it's shitty.
That's the least of your problems. That wasn't even a problem to begin with.
Not a problem. It's a fictional character.
But it's the least of anybody's gripes. I'm hoping.
True. I would hope so. There's a lot more to worry about and do in the world.
As Martin Luther King once said, judge it not for the color of its skin, but for the contents of its character.
He said,
or was that JFK?
No, I'm just... I tried to add something in there that would make it sound like a penis joke, and I couldn't think of one.
Okay. You made me think it was an MLK. I was like, oh, shoot.
No. You dumbass.
Whatever, sorry. Anyway, it was disrespectful, just as disrespectful to Martin Luther King Day as that statue was.
Oof, that's hard.
The existence of... So, yeah. Is it wrong?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I wrote... How the fuck did Glenn Howerton sign on for this role?
How did the original voice of Fred sign on for this role? Frank Welker.
Oh man.
As Fred's dad. Fred, easily the most annoying character in the entire show.
The Boy Scout of the entire group. Like
he's like such a weenie.
Yeah, he's by the book. He's
barely by the book. He's touted as this guy who is needing someone to cut up his food for him.
No, the original.
You mean
Fred? He's very by the book. Like he's
right. Got you.
Follow the rules, guys.
Yeah.
Like He's the moral compass, I guess.
Come on, gang.
Yeah, come on, gang. Like he's the leader. He's like the alpha male, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, this Fred couldn't even lead bread to a toaster.
No, like he's touted as like stupid. He can't like
Yeah.
dress himself. He's apparently going through a delayed puberty or something.
Which again is the least of his problems.
Which is a dumb thing.
Yes.
It does come into play like in the next episode, but it's not really resolved just yet.
It's ongoing.
It's ongoing, but
it's also very like, I don't know. It was very high the show to think of itself that it was like gonna have stay tuned for the next episode and like really keep you hooked on the whodunit. It's just like very.
They really thought they were doing the most there, but they weren't.
You thought.
You thought, but it's Glenn Howerton, and that is Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Right. Yeah.
And he's funny. Like he's a funny guy, and I think he even like writes the show. So how the fuck is he in this?
It's like the same thing as maybe like Rhapsody Street Kids. Maybe Mindy Kaling's a Scientologist or something.
Oh shit.
That's how Rhapsody Street Kids got made.
That's true. Nothing makes sense. Velma's desire to find her mother.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
No.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one that I thought was stupid.
We could go on, really.
Yeah. I only have one more. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I mean, yeah. as many as you need to say.
Daphne wanting to save up money to find her biological parents. So she starts dealing drugs, but like her parents, but like have her parents ever expressed that she couldn't do that?
Right. Yeah. Did her moms ever say no?
Her parents who are police, like, so you get like, maybe she may be doing it because she wants to rebel against her parents who are cops. Like that would make more sense than her being like, I want to find my, I'm going to save up money so I can find my biological parents. Like, that's a little weird.
They're selling drugs and like they're named after catchphrases, like what was it? The Jinkies was it?
I think it was called like Zoinks or something.
Oh, it was Zoinks. Okay, Zoinks and Jeepers and stuff. Like, it's just like, haha, yeah, that's very funny.
Get it?
It was in the old show.
It was in the old one.
It reminds me of when they did that like the reboot Powerpuff Girls that nobody liked.
Oh yes.
Another example, because you got like. Very quick side tangent. You got like Teen Titans Go
for it.
That I don't like, but it is not trying to be what Teen Titans was.
Oh no.
So that makes it like that you have less room to compare that way. But then you have the Powerpuff Girls reboot, which was trying to be the other Powerpuff Girls.
I never watched it.
It's not good. I think they canceled it very like quickly. I think it only had like 3 seasons. But one of they had like a TV movie where they had a 4th Powerpuff Girl, even though she's not the 4th. Bunny's the 4th.
Bunny is the 4th.
I don't want to hear it otherwise. They rewrote the canon and it's wrong. And the plot, the whole thing is really stupid. But like they made this joke about like how was this 4th Powerpuff Girl created, and it's like, oh, Professor Utonium accidentally dumped in chemical W. Which sounds so like Wattpad fan fiction-y. And then he makes some joke about how this chemical W Powerpuff Girl was the 24th attempt or something, and there's just like broken bottles of A through A through V in the corner. And it's just sort of like it's like you took a thing that was in the old show and you made it really stupid now. That's my long comparison to what putting Zoinks and Jeepers as drugs in the show.
Jeepers, Zoinks.
It's like, haha, we nodded to the old show, get it? It's like,
I think
we didn't ask.
All in all, not a great show. I would not recommend it.
No. I mean, it's good. It is good for a hate watch. I feel bad that you guys in your HBO Max account are now going to be recommended.
It's okay. We've seen bad shit before.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you said you might continue hate watching it, right?
I'll see.
You'll see.
I got a lot of shit going on.
Okay.
So maybe not.
Okay, you don't need to prioritize Velma.
No.
At all.
I would trust me. I would never.
No.
But that's all I got on the subject. I don't know if you have anything else that you'd like to add.
No, just that like I think everybody is right to be critical of it and point out that it is extremely cringy, meta, edgy, too edgy for me or whatever.
They're right about it.
But it's not the worst show ever. It's not. There's other worse shows. It's worse because it's taking a childhood property, I think, is maybe what it is. And like, fine, make it adult. You can make it adult. Like the Scooby-Doo live action movies are really great examples of that. You can make Scooby-Doo adult. It makes sense. They're all I don't know, I guess adults. They're not like in high school or whatever, are they? Whatever. Anyway,
I don't think so, but yeah.
You can make it adult. It's just like, do it with a purpose. Don't do it just because it's like, haha, I'm on HBO now. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Harley Quinn does that. Like,
yeah.
Batman, the animated series was made for children, so it didn't always have all the brutalities of like violence in it. Mm-hmm. But Harley Quinn spares no expense, and it does it in a like. I think the first couple of episodes, it may be a little bit like gratuitous on like what it does and like what they say.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think it kind of levels out and it hits a really good point, and it's good.
Yeah.
They're all good caricatures of what they're supposed to be. Nobody feels like a caricature of anybody in Velma. And that's the problem. Like, if you're going to do something based off an existing IP, right?
Yeah.
You have to, like, kind of nail those beats.
Which is why, again, that just shows that there's no reason for it to exist.
Exactly.
At all. But also, especially doesn't show any reason to exist as, like, using Scooby-Doo.
Exactly.
It's very, like, fan fiction AU. Like, what if they were whatever? So...
Had this been a show that wasn't linked to Velma in any way, people wouldn't be talking about it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, that's Velma.
Hindsight's 2020, I guess.
Yeah, 2020. Absolutely.
So, jeez.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Is there a reason why you're saying that?
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, man.
All right. Listen. Justin Roiland did some stuff. All right.
Yeah. Woohoo.
So, I'm going to pull this up because I don't want to be incorrect when I say.
Right.
So let me see.
Dun, dun, dun.
Justin Roiland, creator of popular animated series Rick and Morty, is facing domestic violence charges over an incident involving his ex-girlfriend. The writer recently denied these allegations, but he has yet to address the leaked messages he reportedly sent to minors on social media platforms. Oof.
Yeah, the DMs, by the way, are like Velma level, absolute cringe-tastic stuff.
All right, I'm gonna read some.
Okay.
So, I guess this happened in 2020. First of all, so it's not something that's fresh or new, but you know everyone was dealing with not dying during the pandemic.
Right. Yeah, we were all pretty docile in our homes for a while.
So I guess it just kind of blew over. Domestic abuse. Obviously horrible and shitty.
Oh, yes.
But to underscore that, he does these things.
Yeah.
Let me see what he says real quick. Hang on.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, Rick. All right. He's typing to some underage person.
Yeah. Yay.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. Sorry. At the airport. It's insane in the membrane. What time is it there now? He asks her. She says 11:37. He says, I don't know if I should do this part.
Just like, oh, was it the accent one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a fake Asian accent?
Yeah, he does a fake Asian accent.
In typing.
I'm just gonna read it as it is.
Are you sure?
He responds, oh, so rate, but like
late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so rate and me so Chinese.
Oh my god.
And she doesn't say anything to that.
Right, I know. Yeah, she's like whatever.
She just goes, I have school tomorrow, and she makes like a little frowny face. He goes, oh, school tomorrow.
Oh, I forgot he keeps doing that stupid accent.
Oh no. And then she just says FML. She doesn't address the accent at all. Which I think it's funny.
Uh-huh. Or
then
like, what do you even say to that?
I don't know. He says, you should just run away from home and go into sex slavery. You fucking stupid F-slur bitch. And he says, JK.
That makes it better.
And then she responds, you wish, you stupid bitch. With 3 H's. And 3 I's. Wait, I got some more.
Don't want. No. All right, fine. Go ahead.
Man, there's some good ones here too. Hang on. Let's see.
Insane in the membrane.
Why are you such jailbait? What's wrong with you in that regard? You should grow older, you dumb bitch.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one yet.
Here's the follow-up to that.
No.
Is it cool being a jailbait? Does the FBI follow you around, arresting all the men you sleep with?
Oh my God. They're so like, they're like creepy and also kind of like hostile at the same time.
They are, and there's been multiple people who have shared things like that. He had some. One of the weirdest ones was.
Who would have expected this from one of the creators of Rick and Morty?
Right.
Dan Harmon, I hope you're not like this.
Uh-oh.
I do like actually Dan Harmon, so.
Yeah, no, but he also did something like this.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Shit.
No, he did. And
damn it.
He like harassed somebody and like I think he was on the set of Community and he like harassed somebody and then it turned kind of weird and yeah.
Okay, well, we're 2 for 2 then. Great. I liked Dan Harmon.
Sorry, man.
That's fine.
Give me a sec here.
Okay.
Justin Roiland. He's not trending anymore for me, but he was for a long time. Okay, here it is. This person who is Ali Gortz on Twitter. It says, I'll say more later. For now, I'll just share the types of funny, quotes, DMs Justin Roiland would send me. Posted and deleted this last night because I was worried about any backlash. But this dude made me, someone who wrote a Rick and Morty concept album, never watch his show again.
Oh, lovely.
So I guess he was trying to throw out concepts for what he wanted her to write and wrote this. And this is all him saying this, okay?
Great.
She didn't say anything.
Okay.
Hang on.
Oh, all right. We're performing. You're performing too now. I did Shia. You'll do Justin. Perfect.
Can you write a song about 9 dicks of different size and ethnic origins hanging up above your face? And then in the lyrics description, describe how they each splatter you with semen. Oh, God. But important, the larger message of the song is about how we are all the same and no more racism.
Holy crap, it is like Shia LaBeouf's poem.
Wait, it's not done.
Okay, never mind. It's not.
He says, who's this, quote, Lee character? Then he says, why does she, question mark, have to find parking? Why are you a huge F-slur? He says, later on, answer later. Then he says 1 minute later, sorry, Allie, I'm on my 4th glass of wine. This was all off record. Don't break my trust, you asshole, all in caps. JK, you're all right.
Jesus Christ.
JK.
Yeah, JK makes everything better.
JK.
That part, though, about the unity with different races and nationalities, though, really is like Shia LaBeouf's award-winning poem, Me's Only One Man.
That's a great comparison. Me's only one man. You're a boy, Shia.
I am American.
I am American.
I'm not American.
Oh, remember hearing that shit?
They don't call me an American.
They don't call me an American.
Yeah, so Justin Roiland. Wow. Jeez. Oh, jeez.
He's out. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
It's just, it's so easy to just not be such a creep, especially in something like typing something out. You have so much time to like think about what you're writing and just not send it. And yet here we are in a world where people do. Justin Roiland.
You don't have to read it.
Okay. Oh, great. I'm so glad you made me not finish reading that.
Sorry.
Good old C-Lab. Anyway.
Oh, man.
But it's just so easy to there's so many, I mean, aside from just not doing it in general, but the typing one is really one where you were sitting there and you're like, should I tell this underage person that they're jailbait? Should I talk about if
is this a good thing to be doing?
Gone after their possible sexual partners? And
he does do that too. Later on, to somebody, he like asks her if
the FBI. Yeah, that part you read. No,
it's a different one.
What the hell?
He was at some sort of like, I'm assuming like a convention.
Yeah.
And he was asking this person like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be at all the Adult Swim things. It's 18 plus, so if you need help getting in, I can get you in. And she's like, no, I can find my way in. Like I'll be able to get in, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, oh, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Do you have a boyfriend? And she goes, no, I'm not into men. And then she like asks, do you have a girlfriend? And he goes, yes, I do. And she may be interested in you if that's what you were hinting at. I'm paraphrasing some of it, but that's it. That's the gist of it.
It's so easy to not be like that.
Yeah.
In text, it's so simple.
Yeah.
Just hit backspace, or don't do it at all. I don't know. Like it's just
Also it gets worse.
No. Okay. Why? Why do you keep telling me? Wait,
because I'm invested in the story now.
Oh my god! All right, go
And
ahead.
by osmosis, I need to make you invested somewhat. Just because
I'm invested by osmosis through whatever. I didn't know there was more. What?
So I was watching H3 podcast, and he like showed off some clips from, I guess, a podcast or like an old podcast that Justin Roiland used to do back in the day, like 2012 or whatnot.
Yeah.
And in that podcast, he was talking about like how, like, oh, if this was the old days, and there was a girl and she was 13 years old and she was starting to like develop, we would just marry them off and they were having kids and stuff. And it's like, yeah. Well, maybe, but like it's not that time anymore.
No,
like we don't do that.
There's a reason we just don't do that anymore.
Yeah. And he was like, man, I have to show you. I have to like find it and show you. Just so you can actually hear him say all this like crazy.
So he
shit.
has a history of saying
he does
questionable stuff
I'm gonna
like
eat a
that.
cookie.
All right, mukbang time. Let's go. First mukbang of the year. Let's go. All right. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I love edgy humor. That's my problem with Velma too. I love edgy humor, but it has to be done A, in a way that's actually funny and like, and B, that is in a way where nobody's hurt from it.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically in this instance, underage people, especially in private DMs, it's just so icky. I hate it. So like now, what's the future of Rick and Morty? I mean, I'm assuming nothing's changed. It's almost over anyway, right?
I
heard they were like doing a last season or something.
No? They got renewed for like at least 5 seasons.
Jesus
more.
Christ.
And it's a cash cow. It's $1 billion property.
For intellectuals. Only intellectuals watch Rick and Morty.
Right. And I'm gonna be transparent here. Like I like Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I think it's a funny show.
This is definitely, I think, a separating art from artist thing. Even though for this one, I feel like is a little tough just because there's so much involvement.
I don't know if you can. He is the show. Like
yeah.
Dan Harmon is the showrunner with him. Mm-hmm. They're co-creators.
But Justin Roiland's like the Seth MacFarlane of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He voices the 2 title characters, Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
So, like, you either can get rid of him and replace him with somebody that can do a good impression.
Yeah.
And that's probably what they'll do, I'm guessing.
Yeah, if they even get that far. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
But are you going to cancel the $1 billion franchise? Probably not.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I think they should cancel it, but, like, they're not going to, is what I'm saying. Like,
no. I really thought I read somewhere they were on their last season, but that's...
I think very recently they had just gotten renewed for several more seasons.
Jeez.
So.
Wasn't this also like the same team who were like, yeah, we got to take a bit of a break to figure out what more to like make for this show? Mm-hmm. And that's why there was like, what was it, like 3 year or so gap or something?
It was a big gap. You're right. I'm not sure about the span, but it was rather large.
That was a South Park problem too. Was that they had points where they wanted to end the show, but Comedy Central just kept giving them money.
Yeah.
And now look where South Park is.
And they're like the fastest.
They can make a show in a week.
Yeah, they literally just bang it out and then ship it off and we see it.
They had did you ever hear about how they had to change the last minute when they did about the presidential election? Because they were so sure that Hillary was going to win that they didn't even make a backup for if
Trump won?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So they had to in 3 days change the entire plot around and replace Hillary with Trump because they didn't think that he was going to win. So.
And they can do that.
They can. Like, who else have you heard of? Like, no, we can air the episode as scheduled. We'll just give us 3 days. It's like,
shit, man.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I love shows that know when to end.
Mm-hmm.
And
Simpsons has that problem too.
Gravity Falls was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Like he went out and said, no, it's ending here. Same thing with some shows I watch on Netflix, like Umbrella Academy and Stranger Things. those.
Did Stranger Things end?
No, they got one more season.
Oh, cool.
Which is great because all the kids are not kids anymore. They're like adults now. So.
How many seasons total? Will that be 5?
5.
5 is a good number. Mm-hmm. That's what Breaking Bad ended too, and it's like, that's a real comfortable amount of seasons. You get a decent amount of plot. Mm-hmm. At that point, like, that's like the make or break season. You either end it, and it's good, or you keep it going, and it will turn to shit.
Hi, SpongeBob. Yeah,
well, it's a cartoon. It's whatever. Like,
I mean, well, I'm talking both senses too, cartoons and and live action.
Okay, sure. So Simpsons has a real bad problem with that. Family Guy has a problem with that. Mm-hmm. American Dad, like, why are these shows still being made?
Right.
And who's watching them?
Yeah. Well, people are still watching them, but do you feel like Rick and Morty has hit that point yet, or they're sort of like episode by episode, right? Like,
I think at this point you could probably end the show.
Mm-hmm. They could syndicate it for years, like they do for Family Guy, and it would still be.
It'd be fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty much answered a good amount of questions, and I would be satisfied if it ended.
So I'm curious about the future of Rick and Morty now, or of Justin, if he'll actually have any sort of consequence. His actions. His consequences.
Somebody was saying that his lawyers, or I read an article rather, that his lawyers were like, yeah, we're pretty confident this will be dropped. Like, this is not, it's not a big deal. And we're very confident that, you know, the case will be dismissed. And from what I've seen so far, it hasn't been.
No.
So.
Which is good.
A lot of people aren't, like, I don't know if Adult Swim has said anything about this.
Probably not.
I don't know if they will. You know, like, they're going to have to. So, if they replace Roiland, right?
Yeah.
Which is probably what they'll do because they won't want to. It'd be too bad to have them.
Surprised if they did. I don't know.
You'd be surprised if they did?
If they did remove him.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he'll just?
I think that they think him too integral as part of like the show existing.
Even with domestic abuse?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I'd be surprised. I don't know. I like to be surprised at these sort of things, so I don't get my hopes up too high. But I do hope something happens with him. I'm not optimistic. But I don't know. So.
I mean, the track record for the industry is pretty bad.
Not great. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, speaking of which, like, here's off topic. Because I think I've said everything that we can say about Justin Roiland.
Yeah, shame on you, dude, and stop being creepy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Don't be creepy. Oh. So anyway, off topic.
Off topic.
We never go off topic here.
No. I know we talked about this briefly earlier, but Alec Baldwin is being charged.
Oh my god, I was just thinking that. Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. But I heard that a lot of the reason why is because he has touted himself so much as like being in charge of this project, this movie.
Okay. So
it's sort of like he's the fall guy. So I don't know. They're making it seem like even if he wasn't the one who shot her, maybe he would also have been charged anyway. But I haven't heard of anybody else being charged with this, if anybody. I guess really the fault is with him. If they want to maybe sue Alec kept blaming the props people or something, but I heard that was like something he had a hand in doing.
I'm
sure
I'm gonna admit that I haven't really looked into it too much, and I'm sorry, but like it just kind of happened, and I just wanted to talk about it because it was kind of crazy. Like
it was surprising. I really didn't.
It was very surprising. It normally doesn't happen to people that are of his stature.
Yeah.
What do you think about Alec Baldwin shooting that?
I think he should face some sort of repercussion for it, because like quite simply, like had he not shot the gun, there would still be somebody alive. Like that's really the bare bones of it. Like cause and effect, you know. So
okay, but he was gonna shoot the gun anyway, right?
Yeah, he was testing it as a prop gun.
He was testing it, but he tested it on the actress?
I forget. I thought it maybe like fragmented off or something because it hit the like assistant director too or something. Right. Hold on, I'll find out the full details, but I don't think anything's really gonna happen.
To Alec.
Yeah, I mean, it's involuntary. Like, obviously, he didn't mean to do it. So.
Yeah, he wasn't planning to assassinate her.
No,
It was just negligence.
Yeah, so he should get, like,
Sorry.
charged with something, but.
I want to correct that.
Yeah.
I said just negligence like it was nothing. And that shit is obviously life-threatening. So I don't want to, like, make light of it.
Right, yeah.
It wasn't just negligence, but it wasn't like he was premeditating murder of this.
No.
Of this lady. So, that is... The family really wants him to be prosecuted.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
That's what I read.
Yeah.
And then something about the movie Rust, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's called Rust.
I think the family will allow them to continue with the production if they're made like assistant producers or something.
I don't know. I just want accountability for white men.
Oh boy.
That's what Justin and Alec have in common, okay? I'm just saying, cause and effect.
Justin Roiland? Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so that was my aside. I'm sorry.
No, it was a good aside. We've had a lot of asides. Honestly, there's been a lot of... I think there's been a lot of, like, little stuff that's been happening, but not, like, major stuff. So this is more of a tangenty episode.
Oh, a tangy.
Tangy. I don't know what that is. Tangenty episode of the show here.
Tangenty. Got it.
Tangenty. So...
Tangenty.
I'm going to tangent over to my little corner of the world. Tory's K-pop corner.
Let's go.
He's vibing out. All right, there you go. It's like you made the song or something.
I did make the song.
Okay.
No.
It's like you put the song in our edits.
I did. I want to make the song.
Do it. Shia LaBeouf, do it.
I'll try.
Make your dreams come true.
I know. I think I can do it.
All right. So, anyway, the K-pop corner. The believe in yourself. The only thing that really has happened that's major is news from the Loonaverse. Ooh. Yeah, I know. I feel like I've been making ghost noises too many times today, so.
Their fans are called Orbits.
Their fans are called Orbits. That has nothing to do with, like, specters or anything, though, but.
No.
So... The company, I love their company statements. They're so funny because they literally deny everything and then the next day it happens.
I know the company name. Can you repeat it for everybody else?
It's BBC. It's short for Blockberry Creative.
Big Boston Common Statue Cock.
You really were.
I was really trying to link that.
Hard.
I was really trying to.
Bronze Boston. I'm not saying that word, but.
It's a fucking word, dude.
Yeah, you can say it. It's fine.
Cock.
Yeah. So bronze. Just use that for the B.
Bronze.
Perfect. Anyway, in the Loonaverse, yeah, at BBC, not the news company. Blockberry Creative. Gosh, the names of some companies too are so funny and silly. Yeah. So there was rumors going. So for those who do not know. To regale, Luna's was a 12-member group. They kicked out one of their most popular members, Chu, the company, because supposedly she was not being nice to staff. This is now evidenced by every single person she's ever worked with for 1 minute in her life saying that she is lovely to work with, and her getting tons of, like, brand deals and, like, magazine photo shoots, hosting gigs. Like, man, she must be awful. That's horrible.
She's, like, popping off right now.
Yeah, she's like, there's some in K-pop groups, there's some members that are assigned, like, the variety show members. Like, they're the most, like, energetic and personable and stuff like that, and they're really good at, like, banter and everything. And that was Chu. So she was most known by, like, the public because she was on all these, like, TV shows, and they kicked her out. It was, like, such a weird thing to do. I don't know, but
the reason they kicked her out is because she requested to be paid and they didn't pay her?
That's partially it, but also they're just saying that, well, what they're saying is that she was abusive toward their staff.
But, like, what's the reason they kick her out? She's your most popular member.
Because they wanted to protect the company staff and the members.
But they're wrong.
Yeah. That's why their statements are so funny. Because
so they should be like, hey,
them.
We looked into it and we asked, like, 100 people.
But the real reason is she wanted to renegotiate her contract, I think.
So
it's petty, basically. The reason.
Yeah, it's vindictive.
Yeah. So the reason is most likely not true, that she was abusive to anybody, and she just wanted a different like contractual gig.
They just wanted something to put out there that didn't seem like they were being petty, like you said.
Yeah, they were trying to make it seem like they were being very like defending the honor of their company or whatever, the staff and everything, which was like a bunch of BS. And all like there were a couple Luna members who like took to social media and one of them, Hyunjin, she's been very vocal about all of this. She was like saying how like sad she was that Chu got kicked out, and all these other like really snarky like things, talking about how like the company, she confirmed the company hasn't paid them, because the big problem is like the company's taking way more money than Luna is, and so with all the debt that they've accrued from trainings and stuff, they can't pay it back.
Do you know the split?
70-30.
That's awful.
Yeah, 70 for the company. Yeah, so they'll never make their money back, because idols have to pay for like, you know, room and board and dance classes and vocal classes and like etiquette training and all this other stuff.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, so they all go into debt and whatever. That's par for the course. It's why a lot of K-pop idols come from families that are pretty well off, so because they can afford it. So
Jesus. There's
some that come from nothing, but like there are some that come from a lot. But anyway, so BBC was saying, of their 11 members left, they were going to put out an album, which nobody liked. It was successfully boycotted by fans, which was amazing to see. Like, I've never seen fans come together to be like, yeah, let's make their album sales trash, and like be happy about it. But
I've never seen that kind of solidarity.
It's awesome.
In any like spectrum outside of K-pop.
Yeah, that's true too. It was awesome to see, and so they canceled the album because of that whole like, we want to put it up, but one member Chu is preventing that. But anyway, most recently what's happened in the universe is the Loonaverse is that despite BBC saying nobody was trying to renegotiate their contract or trying to leave the company, 9 of the girls are currently trying to get out of their contracts.
Yeah.
2 of them are not. I think one's differently contractually obligated differently, and she can't, and one's from another country, so there's like a visa issue if she were to sue.
Yes, she can't express and do anything like that. Yeah.
So despite them saying everything's fine and trying to push this album out, 9 members immediately tried to sue and leave the company. And
4 successfully did, I think.
4 successfully did, yes. For an injunction on their exclusive contract with Blockberry Creative. Shout out to Asian Junkie, who's my favorite like Asian news reporting medium ever. If you love a little bit of snark with your realistic news, this is the place for you, because he goes, while the company denied those reports at the time, it should come as no surprise to anybody that they were full of shit. And so 4 members successfully won their cases and 5 did not. So some people are like wondering why. Part of what happened with Luna, like not all of them started off at the same time, and they spent the whole year before they actually debuted as a group highlighting every single member, because there's 12 of them, so 1 month. So some of the contracts are different. It said that the girls who were able to get out of their contract, it was because they had the same kind of contract as Chu, where I guess a year ago, the other ones who couldn't win had something changed in theirs.
Yeah.
So it seems weird that like half of them got it successfully and half of them didn't. But the fact that 5 girls successfully got out of their contracts with this company should make it more clear that like it's the company's fault.
Sure.
So
yeah, there's a lot of discord in that group.
Yeah. Well, the girls have all been very supportive to each other too. So fans are like...
Oh, no, I'm not talking about with the girl, like...
But with the company, yeah.
Yeah, no.
But it's like very... I don't know. It's tough. Like they're setting a new like precedent with going against their company. They're not the first ones, but one of the girls who got out of her contract wrote and the content about payments, there was a lot of speculation thinking that we've been receiving payments. I can't tell you in detail now, but I think I can tell you that part is not true. which is like very bold to say. Idols don't do that. They don't talk about their pay or anything, even if it is wrong.
This is like very taboo.
Yeah, so they've been very vocal about like being supportive of Chu and, you know, basically saying screw you, BBC. Like, so fans, I think they're taking it well that like if they never get them all together again, that's okay as long as they are happy.
Yeah.
Which is what it should be. I don't really see that sentiment expressed a lot in K-pop these days. So it's kind of nice to see that it's like no matter what kind of life path they go on, as long as they are able to still be in the spotlight for orbits, the orbits are happy.
The orbits, yeah.
Yeah, orbits.
Orbits.
So that's the fragmentation of the Loonaverse right now.
It's falling apart.
It's been falling apart though, so.
Goddamn BBCs.
BBC. Yeah, so I mean that's kind of all I've got for K-pop news. Not a super whole lot. Taeyang came back with a song called Vibe, which is amazing. And it's so funny, ever since he switched labels, he's been much more like active in interviews and promotions and like TikTok. He's on TikTok. He's like does their company never let them have like TikToks or any sort of like personal social media? And so now he's like come back, he's married, he has a child. And now he's just like this dad on TikTok now doing these dance challenges. It's like really funny. I don't know. There's just something because I don't know how old he is. He's 34. So, but it's just, I don't know. It's just funny because the last time he had his solo comeback, he wasn't married and he didn't have a child. So it's like, and this was before he was in the military. So now he's like,
he's just a dude.
A whole new person.
He's a dad who wants to vibe on TikTok.
Oh my god, his dancing is so awesome though.
Yeah, it's so great.
It's
It's good to see that.
He's been dancing with a lot of other idols too, which is so cool because it's like Big Bang is considered like idols, and so him going out of his way and like getting to like know these newer groups and dance with them is probably like they've all said about how much is a dream come true and stuff. That's so
excellent.
Sweet.
Like
yeah.
That's so cool.
They did first.
It just goes to show you like that the K-pop nonsense of like
the fan wars.
The fan wars shit. It only stays there. Like it stays in the fandom.
Yeah. So far, he's danced with some of the members of Stray Kids, some of the members from Treasure, and then some of the members from Le Sserafim. It's very cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Good stuff. So,
but the song Vibe is good though.
It is.
I listened to it. I actually put it on the playlist that we have. Woohoo. Because it's really good. And
yeah, I'm so excited for his album.
Yes.
So excited.
And Jimin's on it too, right?
Jimin is on Vibe. Yep.
Yeah.
So excited. So
his part's good, but
it does make me wish that Taeyang sang a little bit more of it though.
Yes.
No disrespect to him. It's just like after hearing Taeyang, I was like, oh, I want more.
Yeah, he's good. So, he's real good in it. It's a great song. 100%.
So he is a dad.
He's a dad.
He's a grad dad.
I think the only other thing is that we heard it last week, but Dreamcatcher has a new song out.
Yes.
And it's what is it called again? Shit.
Reason.
That's right.
Reason. It's part of their
it's a fan song, right?
It's part of their Son saga. Maison, Vision, Reason. It is. They picked it while rhyming.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's a fan song. It's very cool. It's animated, some of it, and it harkens back to all of their like past like music videos and everything.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's a good song. Usually when K-pop groups do like songs for fans, they're like very ballady and emotional and stuff. Dreamcatcher's just like, nah, we're just gonna rock.
They have done ballady shit though.
They do.
So it's not like they never do it. It's just
they've never done it for fan songs. This is their second or third fan song, and it's
good.
Like it's just like it's as if it's a regular song, which is awesome.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Don't treat me any differently, man. Just make good shit.
Yeah. And that's really all I have for the corner.
Okay.
It's been pretty quiet otherwise, I think.
I haven't seen much. Not that I look too much, but I haven't seen a lot. I know Twice has a new song.
Moonlight, Sunrise.
But I haven't listened to it, so.
We got a lot of listening to do after this. We're behind.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. What do you got? You got anything else?
Oh, I got.
Wait.
Yeah. Huh?
I have a semi-decent topic.
Okay.
Only semi-decent, okay? It's kind of like Velma.
That was not even semi-decent. So that means your idea is already going to be much, much better.
Have you been reading lately?
Yes. Before I went back to school.
Yeah.
Recently. Because I don't know. I'm strange. I have to hyper focus on like, if I'm in school, it has to be school related texts. Otherwise, like I can't do like, leisure reading. I've been reading a lot of graphic novels. Which
That's
don't
good.
let anybody tell you otherwise. Graphic novel reading is equivalent to novel reading. Yeah.
Entirely reading. It's reading.
I don't know if anybody can hear you with the mic, but he's just saying it's reading over and over. Oh my god, you have visuals? I didn't bring anything for show and tell. Damn it.
This is what I've been reading
Wow.
recently. Which at first I felt a little bit bad about, but I realized also that
Oh, you felt bad? Why? Because it didn't seem like real reading?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that that's true. Mm-hmm. That it is real reading. But I still have this thing in my brain. I have I don't know, a teacher's voice in my brain where I'm like, oh, it's not real. It has too many pictures, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's Batman, volume number 1, The Court of Owls, which I finished.
Oh, okay. I have a question.
Sure.
Did you pick this to read because it had to do with owls?
No. It was given to me as a gift.
Okay.
So I didn't even know it was coming.
Okay.
But
the title helped.
I love owls.
Something recent. I really did learn about you recently that I love. It's awesome.
What about
owls?
owls?
Yeah.
Oh, I love owls.
I don't feel like owls get enough love.
They don't. But it's a really good arc, and it's a really good saga, and it plays a heavy role in the new Gotham Knights game, and it is a trilogy, so there are 3 of these books.
Okay.
So I finished this one. It was very good. I don't know if anyone can see this, but I'll show off one of my favorite panels.
Ooh.
Sorry.
This is really part of your whole Batman fan saga.
Yeah.
Which is this is it's cool. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm always happy when DC characters and properties get a little more appreciation. But definitely just don't watch any DC movies. All of your nourishment of DC good content comes from the animated shows or movies or the comics, but not live action movies.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the live action ones too.
Some of the Batmans are good.
Some of the Batmans.
And the first Wonder Woman is good too. And I can't think of any others right now. There's others. I can't think of any. That's okay.
Panel. I don't know if anyone can see it.
Oh my god! Holy crap! Is he an owl? Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'll probably just post a picture of it, and then it's just I'm on number 2, and it's really good. I haven't finished it. I need to finish it. I'm almost at the end.
Owl Man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to read these. What did you read? What was your graphic novel?
I was on a Teen Titans binge because Teen Titans is my favorite superhero entity.
I love me some Teen Titans.
Yes. So I've been reading. It's very cool because Red X was a character made originally for the show. He did not exist in the comics, and now he has his own comic book series.
Oh shit!
Which is so cool. It's called Teen Titans Academy, and he's heavily involved in that. And I love Red X, so I read that. The second volume just came out. I bought it for the library because our graphic novel section and now flourishing manga section because before
manga.
Before myself and another librarian, teen librarian. Were teen services librarian, I should say, got involved in it. Manga and graphic novels were together and stuff. And now it's cool to read manga and watch anime. I get it now. I get it. Back in my day, it was very Garugamesh, but it's like that. So, but now it's I buy all the graphic novels and stuff. I look at different lists and see what shows are coming out as anime and stuff. Desperately trying to catch up to Chainsaw Man, stuff like that. But I try wherever I can with my own implicit bias to buy anything Teen Titans for our collection.
Isn't that great that you get to enrich the town that we live in with Teen Titans?
I'm so happy. Yeah.
It's a great thing.
It makes me so happy.
It's awesome.
And you know what? The first volume went out 8 times in 6 months, which for a graphic novel is very good. So
damn.
I made a great purchase. You're welcome for the statistics.
Spit facts.
So the second one just came out. I haven't read it yet because it's ongoing. I don't even know how many volumes it's going to be. I read Teen Titans Earth, which is a 2-part sort of alternate universe Teen Titans written by Jeff Lemire, and that one was really good. What else did I read? I'm reading Titans United right now. Well, I was. Now I'm in school and I have to put it aside. But and then
a couple weeks.
6 weeks.
Whew.
And then I was reading Stephen King's Carrie just to lighten it a little bit.
Lighten the
load. That's
good. You've been reading then.
Yes, I was.
It must feel great.
Yeah, I just and in between that I read like an obscene amount of fan fiction, like a crazy amount, which is also reading, by the way. It is reading. It's basically the same as like reading off a Kindle, really. Yeah. They are stories written.
Nothing wrong with any of that.
Yeah. So I've been reading a lot.
That's good.
The only problem with fan fiction is just like I can't buy it.
No.
I can't use this new acquired like perspective on a story I read to bring to the library. Cause like,
damn,
God
damn it, man.
But it's not going to stop me from reading fan fiction.
No. For what it's worth, I think my wife requested some fan fiction shit that you did actually get for the library, or maybe you are going to get it.
I couldn't. I got one of her and I's favorite webtoon. Just became a physical book called Remarried Empress. Mm-hmm. So that one I got. Again, implicit bias.
Remarried Empress, yeah. I read a little bit of that. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And then Lore Olympus, which is like actually very, very popular. Like
hugely.
I would have had to buy that even if I didn't know what it was.
Yep. Eventually.
But yeah, so I couldn't get the fan fictiony one. Darn, but I don't not finish books often, and I didn't finish that one. I don't know about you. I'm like, I understand people who are reading a book and they've just hit a point where they're like, I cannot get myself into this book, and they stop. But for me, it's like, I have to finish this book because I've already dedicated so much time to it that if I don't finish it, it'll have been wasted. And like going into it knowing that I'm not going to like the rest of it or whatever. Sometimes I'm surprised with it, but
okay.
But
I have one of those books actually that I can think of.
What's that?
I've tried to read Dune like 3 or 4 times, and I've gotten to the end. I've gotten to the end of Dune like or like near the end so many times, but it's always a struggle for me because
it's so long too though.
It's not even that it's long though it is.
Yeah.
It's that it's like the writing to me is just not great. He uses too
dry or
he uses this language that just doesn't seem right. What he says is it just sounds very dated. Like, well, I understand that, like...
It was written in the 80s, I think.
No, it was written, like, way before that, I think.
Oh, really?
I might be mistaken, but... I know, like, he's, like, the godfather of modern he's, like, the godfather of modern science fiction.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him. I appreciate the book and the characters, but I just don't think it's very good.
Yeah, I mean, that's on my to read list. It's very intimidating though because I got the 1965. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was the 1980s.
Yeah.
Never mind. I got the mass market, like the trade paperback version.
Yeah,
it's like this thick.
Boy, yeah.
It's huge. It's so intimidating to me. Like
maybe I'll make that a goal this year. Finish fucking Dune.
Yeah,
just so I can say I finished it.
Right, I know, because that's the thing too for a book like that, especially. It's I want to feel like I wasn't wasting my time, and if anybody ever asks my opinion, I can at least give a fully informed opinion.
Yeah.
But I've had a couple of books. Have you ever had a book that's made you cry? Because I've had a couple books people have told me it's gonna make me cry, and it doesn't. And I don't know if that makes me like.
Have I ever had a book made me cry?
Yeah.
Maybe one, and it was a book called Where the Red Thorn Grows.
Okay. I never read that one, but I've heard about it.
It's got dogs and you can imagine. Yeah.
Pets are the worst way to like get to your emotions.
Yeah, and I was at an age like I think I was in like 4th, 5th grade or something like that where it just kind of hit.
Yeah. I had a couple like brutal ones. Someone told me A Child Called It, which is the biographical, I don't know if do you know it?
Yeah. I don't know the entire story, but I know it was
like horrific child
heavy child abuse. Yeah.
I think I read it in middle school or something, and it's horrible, especially knowing that it's real. But I think there was part of me that the fact that he was alive and because he wrote the book in my mind, I'm like, I guess I knew that things would end up okay, but they were. It's very tough to read. But but it didn't make me cry. It kind of just made me hate people.
I have one that's very similar to that, and it's I can't remember who the author is. I'm sorry, but it was a book called "Hear Me Now: Tragedy in Cambodia," and it was about the Cambodian genocide. Mm-hmm. That shit was horrible. Yeah, like it did not make me cry, but I was like thoroughly like just shook.
Yeah, like, if you come out of a book like with a different perspective, that's a job well done for a book. So. Right,
and then the reason that we were reading it is because I was like in a group of people that actually gave a shit about reading in school.
Nice, that's always good.
Yeah, and the author came and spoke at the school.
Oh, okay.
And like detailed her experiences and stuff, and I probably can't say this on YouTube, but like there's a part in the book where there's a mother. This girl comes out of her house and she's walking past this mom who was pregnant and not removed from the streets and just kind of ratting there with the like that. That like stuck in my head. Yeah. For so much.
For sure.
Just anything like that. Yeah.
I had a fiction one that people told me it was gonna make me cry. It was called My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. Which it's the story about like a daughter, like it's a family where there's already a daughter born, but she has some sort of cancer. I don't remember what kind. I don't know if it matters. So then, seemingly for the express purpose of having like a available donor, like marrow donor, they have another child. So they say that it wasn't the case, but she's always like the marrow donor for her sister. So she sues her parents to get like bodily autonomy of herself. Spoilers for anybody who wants to read. Do you ever want to read this? Because it's important for part of the reason of why I now am annoyed by that.
I do want to, but I can't see myself realistically getting into it. So
I won't spoil too much, but in the book, and it gets sad and stuff. There's like really tough subjects and family dynamics and everything, and this idea of what you would put your children through, especially if it was at the expense of your other child and stuff.
Sure, it's really fucked up.
Yeah. So in the book, one of the sisters dies. In the movie, they swap sisters that dies, and it completely like negates the entire. Oh shit! Oh, I think Alec Baldwin's in that movie too. Oh my God.
Alec Baldwin in a movie where someone dies?
Cameron Diaz is in that movie too, I believe. Let me check that. Damn. And she like shaves her head because she wants to like understand that her daughter that she is sympathetic to her plight, I guess. So
I don't know much about this.
It is Cameron Diaz, yeah.
Is it recent or is it older?
2009.
Okay.
Yeah, it's older. But it's one of those things where it's always like why I don't feel snooty about saying like, oh, the book was better than the movie. Because you know what? 9 times out of 10 it is. So if you can get a book adaptation right for a movie, or a movie adaptation right from a book, that's, I don't know, that's a talent in and of itself. It doesn't happen super often.
No. Not to the extent that it could.
Yeah. I will tell you though, actually, there is one book I just thought of that did make me cry, and don't use this against me. Like, I don't want to see pictures of like a la Angelica the Killer Oak Tree again.
I think I've thoroughly learned my lesson.
So
how many times do I bring up Angelica the Killer Oak Tree?
Well,
no, like ever.
Outside of the podcast.
Oh,
yeah, it only seems to be contained to inside the podcast that you ever bring it up. You still bring it up. Anyway, what I attribute me crying to this was, it was a manga series.
And manga.
Because like the visuals accompanied with it, like I could really see the journey of like the characters and everything. So like instead of it describing how like distraught and like heartbroken or whatever the character feels, seeing it is like a very different experience too. It was Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh my God.
It was the last volume.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, and I didn't know what was going to happen because I'm one of the few people on the planet who loves the original instead of Brotherhood as the anime.
No, I don't think you are one of the...
I feel like I am. Everybody's always like, Brotherhood's better.
I've actually really never seen Brotherhood. I've only seen the original, and I thought that was pretty good.
Because Brotherhood is entirely based on the manga, because the manga wasn't finished when they made the original series.
So everyone... Yeah. It's kind of like the definitive...
yeah. So I got a different ending for Fullmetal Alchemist, the manga series that I wasn't expecting and stuff, and I was just like, I mean, I just teared up and stuff. It was like it's 27 volumes. I've been on this whole like years long journey with these characters, so seeing them was like really different, and like seeing them sad was sad, all this stuff, and it was ending and all that, whatever. But anyway,
It was ending.
I think that would be. I think the visuals also were mainly the reason why I got sad about it.
Sure, you can see it.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. Not many books have made me cry.
And that's okay.
Yeah. It's not that I wasn't emotionally invested, but like, I think it has to really hit home. Mm-hmm. Like,
definitely
it really has to make an impact. So.
Yeah. I love reading.
Reading is great.
Reading is fundamental.
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Is anything happening?
Just trying to finish up school for librarianship. So.
Are you excited?
God, man, it's a lot. I'm just nervous. It's like similar to reading Fullmetal Alchemist. It's like this years-long thing I've been chipping away at, and it's almost over. It's like...
Oh, so you're going to cry at the end?
Probably. Well, I'm going to go there in person to graduate and get my diploma. It's like, I spent all this time. Like, I'll go travel a driving distance of 9 hours west to literally the most western part of Pennsylvania.
God damn.
For a diploma. I don't care,
Do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So...
Cool.
Very exciting. How about you? What's going on in your world? You've been streaming a lot of good stuff lately.
Good stuff?
You have. I've been catching your streams.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do the streams more. So that was like I guess it was my goal for the year, is to like not make too many excuses for shit and to just kind of do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not really like tracking my success, but I'm doing it more often. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe there's payoff there.
New year, new Lumo.
Oh, how long you been thinking of that one?
2 seconds.
That's good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with it.
But yeah, you do a great variety of stuff. You don't do necessarily what everybody else is doing, which is always interesting. Variety is the spice of life, right?
I guess.
And your spice is what?
Salt.
Hey.
Wow.
It comes up every time I go to your channel.
Yes, I gotta change it. Like I couldn't think of
it still
anything.
holds. You know what? It's a good long-standing statement.
It does hold up, but I'm like, this is dumb. Like I don't know if I want to have this on
every
here.
time your notification comes up for me, it's the joy of the K-pop community. And it's true. He is the joy of the K-pop community.
I am not. There are several others that probably are the joy. I am just a spectator.
Or the Yeri, or the Wendy, or the Sugi, or the Irene.
Mean Irene. See, there's somebody that is mean to people.
Oh. Anyway, well, I'm happy for you doing more streaming, and they've been really fun to watch.
Thank you.
A good reprieve from my hellish time in school currently.
I still get hellish. Sorry, I had to quote that song.
That's perfectly fine. But I think that is about...
Yeah, I think we got this.
I think we've got it too. New year, same us, same me worrying about the time on the monitor.
Trust me, I'll make it work. I always do.
You absolutely do. Yeah, you are the reason that anything ever gets uploaded. So you are. I just show up.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's it's not something that I really stress over. I'm lazy. So like I wait super long to do it, and that's my fault. And then I'm like, shit, I gotta edit a podcast. God damn it. Yeah. Why the fuck?
But you really feel like that?
No, like
what the fuck?
In a way that I'm like, it's my lazy ass's fault, but I don't want to say it to myself right then and there. So I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
It's gotta be not someone who's it's gotta be someone who's not me.
I'm sorry, man.
It's me.
Okay, it's me.
I'm the...
Oh, hello. Hi.
I'm the problem.
It's me.
It's me.
It's me.
It's me.
But I can't wait to see how you edit this one as I'm watching it back. To future me.
Yeah, I hope I do a good job. Future me.
Future you will do a great job.
Great.
If you want to see more greatness, follow Lewis on twitch.tv/lumo or Twitter of the same name, where he is streaming more regularly with fun things between vampires and Danky Kang.
Danky Kang.
Danky Kang.
Forgot that was a thing, man.
Oh, I love it. It's
Me
so
too.
stupid to say.
It is very dumb. Yeah, and if you want to follow Tory, you might be surprised. You can go to youtube.com/azarathsflame, and that does have 2 E's.
It does.
Flamey.
Flamey.
Flamey. Or twitter.com/trippydes, TRIPPYDESU.
Yes. Come listen to me have mental breakdowns about my schooling. I have many a saved draft tweet.
Like, fuck school, I hate it.
No, it's just like, I don't know. It was a bad week, so this is a pretty good highlight of my week. Yeah. So,
release, if we get 5 more subscribers,
smash that like button.
Yeah. If we get 5 more subscribers, will you not release, but will you recite one of the drafts?
Sure.
Okay.
I could do it now, but that will defeat the sub goal.
You know what? We'll wait on the sub goal. We'll see if we get
it.
Huh?
We're gonna tease
a teaser.
A teaser. You can witness me have a mental breakdown if you subscribe. Just kidding. I do that off camera.
What, mental breakdowns?
Yeah, sure. But anyway, if you like what you heard for whatever reason, please consider giving us a subscribe. You can opt in or out of the bell. You know, what would Slater do? Get it? Saved by the Bell. Anyway.
What would Slater do?
Dated joke. Anyway, you can also follow us.
Wow, do you write for Velma?
Ew,
I'm sorry.
I thought that's very insulting now. I consider that a very high insult.
I'm sorry. Like, I had to say it because it was right there and we talked about it.
Yeah, great. Anyway, if you want to follow our other socials, that's TikTok at LEM'n'TEA Podcast, also Twitter at LEM'n'TEA Podcast. We are there doing stuff sometimes.
This year is a goal for me to have more TikToks, okay? That's a goal.
Yes.
For the channel. Mm-hmm. It's a goal
for my life.
That was very intense.
It was very intense.
And I believe it. And I want to do bigger things.
Yeah.
Like, I know that we're obviously we're on a no money budget. But
a scuff fiver budget, if you will.
Very, very scuff. But I want to do bigger things, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah. Definitely me too.
Me too. Hashtag.
Oh God, that stupid joke in Velma.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sorry, I keep referencing Velma.
So bad, you guys.
It wasn't
so
good.
Bad. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Bam.
Thank you very much.
Just like that. Bam.
Just like that.
Just like that.
We're gone. Good night, guys.
Bye. Good night.